A lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is.
Evil,
Knievel.
not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
That might have been too much, man. And
What
here we are.
Was it too much?
It's a lot much.
It's a lot much.
Yes, that's my grammar.
I sure do like that. I feel the energy. I feel the creativity. And I think, unique
It's
words.
a new breakfast cereal.
It just
a
be-
lot much.
A lot munch.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by a lot munch.
lot much, where the crunch never ends. Well-
Neither does the diarrhea. Welcome to A Little Independent. This is the show where friends talk about independent, obscure, and just plain weird movies. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan.
I don't know why I paused in front of my name, and kudos on your fantastic introduction.
The munch?
No, the tone of the hi, Ryan. I liked it.
Oh.
It was good.
You're welcome.
So-
I brought that just for you.
How are you feeling?
I am feeling caffeinated and beer-rated.
Okay.
First time ever, and we're day podcasting.
Beer
for
rated,
you.
I think, is a word we're gonna have to go back and look into. But
well, Ryan took me to a coffee shop
we
and high octane, right? So I'm all, and then now we've got the beach vibe going.
have we talked about?
You know.
We'll get to that in a second. Have we talked about your the effect of caffeine on you on the show before? Because typically you don't have caffeine around.
We're
recording.
day podcasting. I'm day drinking, caffeinated, beer rated. I'm repeating myself.
Certainly. So now we're all gonna observe the effects of both of these things
Yeah.
on you.
Simultaneously, caffeinated, beer rated.
This is-
What comes out? And
Beer rated. You keep saying it. Go back to the origin of that word for me, please.
it just spewed forth like an excrement
You
heading
birth
out to
squirted
sea.
a new word, and it's
Yes.
beer rated.
Well,
Is that like
okay,
prorated,
yeah.
aerated?
BEERATED.
Okay.
Beer rated.
I am really excited about that particular word. I don't know why. Because
Is it a shirt? Is it shirt worthy?
probably beer rated? Yeah. Or is it beer rated, or is it beer rated as in aerated by beer? I like it.
Yeah. Aerated was the first thought, but I like rated.
This
Rated
episode
beer.
is definitely not brought to you by beer. It's definitely brought to you by boxed wine. It's brought to you by tension, repression. How tense is this movie? Is it tense? I think this is the most tense movie ever.
It's so much sub-culture, sub-drama, subtext drama.
Yeah.
There we go. Got
Yeah.
it out. Beer rated.
I don't know what you got out. You spewed something, but thank you for it.
Yeah. But the subtext content throughout is so deep, and the more you watch it, the more you understand, what the writer was doing.
Well, we are discussing a film
Well, that's new for us.
called Henry Gamble's Birthday Party, 2015, and we've really been stuck, I think, between 1 or 2 years for the last 9 episodes or so. So kudos to these years for independent film. This is a movie I have brought to the table because I had a wonderful experience on another podcast interviewing the lead actress of this movie.
No.
Yes.
The starlet. The mom.
And it's in preparing for that podcast, which isn't a movie podcast, but this movie looked interesting. I don't know if I would have found it and or really dug into it thematically or otherwise without having been trying to get ready for that show. But
that's how you found it?
It's got that is how I found it. But it's got an actor in it that we've discussed that I've got love for. So maybe I would have found this eventually, but
you mean
Pat Healey.
Yeah, he's been in another episode. So she's the mom.
Yes, in
that
this
you're
movie.
referring to.
And there's something she's been in quite a bit, and we'll talk about her in a minute, obviously. But
right.
This movie really, I'm glad I picked it and she is so unbelievably good in it. I went from slightly intimidated to being in the same room with her to overwhelmingly intimidated.
Had you seen the movie before the podcast?
No, I hadn't.
Okay.
And I
which would have been worse.
Yeah. That would have been really
that would have
but again with
you're professional. You can
Pat Healey being in it, I mean, I maybe would have found it if I like got on I'm going to watch every Pat Healey movie in this weekend. And
we'll have to go back.
I would have got to this.
We'll have to go back and listen to Take Me to see. We might have even brought this movie up. But have you ever heard of this? I can hear you asking me that. Like, Henry something's birthday. What? Yeah. Have you ever heard of this?
That's
no, I haven't.
Funny. I didn't think about that.
We might have talked about it.
Well, all right. As we do, we're going to go into the film description. And here we go, Todd.
As we do.
So, had you come across this, would you have watched it based on this? Preacher's kid, Henry Gamble, is turning 17 today. Bring your swimsuit.
Zero chance that would make me want to watch this movie.
You didn't even hesitate.
Zero. Well, listen to that. That's like how that sounds as uninteresting as you could, like the first movie ever made when a cow's eating grass or whatever the hell it is.
I'm mused about that description because it's a bit underwhelming, yes, but I guess it does say a lot. Because
it's an accurate description, but
wait a second, I didn't think about that. Preacher's skin, yeah. Bring your swimsuit. So, all right, it's a birthday party at a pool or in a pool, and he is the kid of a preacher,
son of a preacher man.
Son of a preacher man. This is billed as a drama.
That's it.
That's it.
One word.
Yeah.
We get one.
Pretty rare that happens, but would you
You don't think there's comedy in there? I do.
No, not enough for it to be, you mean when the kid takes the razor to his face?
No.
Hilarious. Ooh,
when Bonnie talks about sex trafficking to the whole mothers club there?
Yes, I will admit that thanks to a wonderful performance by Joe Keery, future star of Stranger Things, there are some laughs, but again, this is one of the more tense movies I've ever watched, ever.
Well, because it's so real. It's such a mirror, real life.
Well,
it's a mirror of real life.
It's written by
everybody wearing their fake masks. This is like you're slowly learning what really goes on underneath or what really happened, and besides everybody's I'm fine, the smiley face.
And it's written from a place. If you, I'm guessing you may have looked, the writer director, there's some personal stuff here. There's a lot of Chicago connections. Again, I swear I'm not bringing all the Chicago stuff.
You're from there.
But this is pretty interesting. All right. So, per IMDb, this is the listing of actors. And again, Todd, my friend, my partner here,
actors,
my honey, sweetie, whatever I called you before we rolled.
Babe.
What, babe?
I think it was babe.
Babe.
Call me a baboon, thinks I'm his wife.
I maybe I took some liberties with where I stopped or who I included. So, but it starts with Cole Doman as Henry Gamble. Had you seen him in anything before?
Nothing. And this is his first film, if I clocked that right. That's what I wrote down.
His first film. Was also in a movie called Uncle Frank in 2020 with Paul Bettany, Steve Zahn. I think Judy Greer's in it. So, I mean, like, sounds super cool.
Yeah.
And a movie called Hayes in 2024 I saw, but not a ton.
No, 24 total credits.
Okay. So a lot of other, I think there's some TV in there.
But he's young. He's playing a 17-year-old, and this is 2015. So it's been 10 years. 24 credits in 10 years. That's good.
Absolutely.
That's pretty impressive.
He was in a movie that was a winner at Sundance. So he's got
some cred.
I think there's some cred there.
Some downhill cred.
I suppose the biggest name at this point, if you're looking backwards at this movie, is Joe Keery as Gabe. Had you seen him in anything before?
No. Why he's the biggest name?
Yeah, he's in Stranger Things.
See,
the TV show on Netflix. I know this is not a TV show podcast, and I say it all the time, so I'm slapping my own face.
That's okay. I haven't seen it.
He is. You're aware of the show, right? On Netflix.
I've heard that name before. Yes.
He is a phenomenal performer in that show.
Really?
He's so good.
Does he dance around like he does in this one?
He does. He's just, he does. I don't think he does dance around, but he embodies a character similar to this. He's got some kind of mischievous characteristics. I could see him doing a Thank You, Jesus. Like if that character, there may be some crossover, and maybe it's been discussed.
Does he say "Forgive me, Lord" over and over and over again? I could
see his character in Stranger Things saying that as his character.
They kind of cross-pollinate.
When you go back and you look at why that movie or that show rather is successful, there's
it's a
reasons
big hit.
why, and I think he's a big reason why.
Okay,
but
good for him.
This is also his first feature film.
Oh.
So that's really cool.
I didn't even put his name down because I didn't know him from anything. So, yeah.
And he's got, again, kind of touches my heart. He's got a bunch of, horror movies under his belt, some little ones.
With an H.
Which, I think is kind of cool. Spree is one that I think Spree is a trailer on Psycho Goreman. So it's him, it's Joe Keery, this character, and he's like an Uber driver, and he starts to murder people.
Back when they used to put trailers on DVDs before the movie started.
An Uber driver, and he tries to get viral, and he just starts to murder people.
No.
I think that's it. So get at us if anybody has seen that movie, because I'm on the fence about that.
At us.
A movie that he's in that looks really interesting. It's called The Charnel House, and it's about a gentrified slaughterhouse that's like become condos. So, some like sketchy part of town. And that kind of looks interesting, but he's touched some like a lot of mainstream stuff too. He was in Molly's Game, which again, a movie you like.
Oh, I love that movie. Wait. What did he play in Molly's Game? Did you write it down?
Yeah. And he crossed over into this podcast because he's in Slice.
No way.
Yeah.
So was he like just in the background, or I don't know.
I forget which character.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay. Forgive us. Forgive me. Forgive me, Joe Keery. Because again,
there's a lot of forgiveness in this episode. Joe Healey forgives.
Pat Healey. Joe Keery as Gabe in this movie. Again, he stands out. He gives like the one my laugh out loud moment. There's only one, and I'll tell you it when we get there. But starring third listed on IMDb is Elizabeth Laidaw as Kat Gamble.
And this is where you get
the aforementioned actress. So had you seen her in anything
No.
before? We're going to keep the format. So had you seen her in anything before?
Did you just shush me?
I did, and it gave my testicles.
You gave me the eye. Like we're gonna stick to the format.
Like a jolt down under.
Like don't
a masculine jolt.
Don't overdo this Laidlaw. Don't jump the gun too soon.
Had you seen her in anything?
No.
I had not either, as I said, and her first film was in 1997, called 3 Days, and it looks really, really heavy. She has been in a litany of things. She's been known for some TV roles mostly. 2007, a movie, because I always take away, like a new movie to watch from this show.
Yeah.
A 2007 movie called Dimension, which like sci-fi, and another kind of religious movie. So she maybe has a theme of doing some religious or theologically themed movie. She's in a movie called Into the Way 2012. Again, looks very intense. And upcoming. Did you notice she's got a movie upcoming that seems quite tawdry and fun called Dirty Little Secrets?
Isn't that a show?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's something.
Well, okay, so this one.
Well, you know who she, since we're on the movies.
Yeah.
She reminded me, and this is I don't know if this is going to hit home with you, but for some reason, she reminded me, and maybe it's because her name was Kat, but her look and some of her mannerisms reminded me of Kitty Cat from Wedding Crashers, Miss Jane Seymour.
Oh.
Remember when she was playing the mischievous mom?
That's fascinating.
For some reason, watching her, that character, Jane Seymour's Kitty Cat character, popped into my head to me. I mean, they both have the long, brown hair.
I honestly think,
except Jane Seymour's not 6 feet tall. Was she intimidating in person?
Intimidate? No.
Well,
I
mean, 6 foot tall.
Well,
that's
okay. The big thing that's
tall.
And this is not that kind of show, and I wasn't really going to say
it's gonna be now.
She did Xena on the stage for a lot of years.
Oh.
So like Xena Warrior Princess, she plays the Xena character.
I'll be right back.
So
I'll be in my bunk.
And when I was researching her, she did all this like the stunt work, the physical. And that's one thing that she's really well known for.
Well,
so she really did this incredibly well. This very hard thing of like doing this night after night.
Her playing Xena, she has elevated to sock-worthy status.
And there's I won't even show you the gesture I gave him for that.
Opening, you've never done that before. You're mad at me today. What? You need to lighten up, Francis.
Well, there are.
I just alluded to the opening scene of the movie with the little stripes action.
Holy cow, yeah, you did.
That's what the socks was about. Yeah, you were just mad because I was, exposing your childhood.
Well, anyway, this movie, Dirty Little Secrets, kind of has a
that's what you were talking
Gerald's
about.
Game vibe to it, in that it's about a sexual adventure gone too far and a bit of a thriller.
A little Stephen King action.
So her
right?
resume is so varied, and she's done a lot of different things. But
well, did you leave out the Shakespeare aspect of her career? You did.
I forgot.
In her biography, she is does a lot of Shakespeare theater and went to London to train in Shakespearean theater acting. She does a lot of stage and specializes, it sounds like, in Shakespeare.
Yeah, she commands the screen in this movie. I mean,
she's a floor,
present.
right? She commands the stage.
It's something, again, and I really am so glad that this is a movie I was able to see. And watching it again for this show, I was, again, not having met her, and all the performances are very good in their own ways, but she is just another gravity in this. Like, it's another kind of sphere that she's in, and it embodies, but it's tension, and it's physically manifested. I got to ask her a question about the movie, and I don't know if it was on movie? Yeah, I don't know if it was on mic or not, but I did get to ask her a question.
Well, you can't stop there.
Maybe I'll get there and
there's no maybe
to the scene to the scene. I don't remember. Also stars Pat Healey as Bob Gamble.
You're in such a hurry.
Well, no, I think it's more fun if we get to that
hours.
scene.
This could be a 3-hour podcast for an hour and 27.
Nobody wants that. Not
hour
even
and
Pat Healey wants
movie.
that.
Bob Gamble.
He
would listen.
We've talked about Pat Healey before.
Take me, season 1. Take me. I don't know what episode. I failed us.
Take Me, season 1. He's in it.
He's the star.
Oh, that's cool.
Weren't you there?
Take Me?
The kidnapping movie with Schilling, Taylor Schilling.
Our movie. Oh yeah.
Our movie, our podcast. Are the cobwebs coming loose?
They are.
Okay.
I'm just astounded that Pat Healey played Agent Rogers in Home Alone 3. And that there's a Home Alone 3.
We forgot our podcast movie.
Here's the thing,
He's giving me the finger again. This is going to get ugly. We might throw down in this one.
The thing.
This is, married couples can fight. It can get physical.
You said season 1, and I forgot that we're
season 2. We are seasoned. Yeah. We are seasoned professionals,
Pat Healey,
ladies and gentlemen.
Has a small part in Magnolia. And the weird thing is Magnolia as a movie has come up in my life recently a lot. And
why?
I different conversations. It came up last night at the screening of The Fly, because we were talking about intense actors and
Jeff Goldblum in that movie.
Yeah, and then Paul Thomas Anderson working with intense actors, but Pat Healey is somebody who I've seen in a lot of things, and he's in a movie that we'll do on this podcast that has one of the grossest scenes of any movie in it. But he's really something else in this, because he usually plays a creep, or he plays somebody who's very like I don't know,
like a comedic creep.
Yeah,
but not slaps, like a subtle, a subtexty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's in The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. I really like that.
Yeah.
And I forget him.
Is that the one where Brad Pitt's Jesse James.
Yeah. That's a great one. He's in Ghost World. That's another movie, like a great 2001. We've talked about that before. We Need to Do Something is a movie in 2021 that he's in, and Ozzy Osbourne is a voice in it. And that got me thinking, why is Ozzy Osbourne not voices in way more movies?
Yeah, because he's so recognizable.
This
right?
is a 2021 movie. Again, it's called We Need to Do Something, and Ozzy Osbourne is credited as a voice in it. I think of an animal.
He has...
Which sounds hilarious to me.
121 credits.
Carnage Park.
Pretty impressive.
Have you seen that?
No.
It's a horror movie. Really gnarly. Again, this guy does really unique, intense... I mean, he's a character actor for us. Like, he should be one of our heroes because he's in a lot of just out-of-the-way... Yeah. And I'll see his name and I'm like, I'm in. I'm in because of Pat Healey. And him being in this movie was a bonus because I was following Elizabeth Laidlaw's filmography and I saw Pat Healey's name. And I'm like, oh shit, they're in a movie together. And again, the subject matter wasn't really something that I'd normally be into.
Right.
But again,
and here we are.
The tension immediately. I'm like, I could not stop watching. I want to shout out to Hannah Dworkin, who plays Bonnie.
Okay, she is really good because you're just like, oh my god, what a prude. She is so believable. Like, when you hate her, it's because she's so good.
Great shot. I mean, and she.
So what is she in? What is?
But you know what? She's also in Slice.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck.
And. I remember her. She is in a small part in Batman versus Superman. Oh, so she's a recognizable actress. But I wanted to shout her out because as Bonnie Montgomery in this movie, there's a lot of this is it could be like as a political movie. This is there's a lot of big topics, and
it's the underbelly of the human condition.
Yeah,
it's just
and she embodies this. Like the extreme of one way so perfectly. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And her daughter, Scarlett.
Yeah.
No. Is it Scarlett? Grace. Does such a wonderful, subtle job of what her mother has done to her.
Yeah, what a black cloud. It's just permanently over Grace.
Yeah, we'll talk about it as we go through, but 16 cast members have been on either Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, or Chicago PD. So 16 cast members, that's fucking everybody. That's the whole pool. That's everybody in the house.
So Stephen Cohn wrote and directed this. He's a Chicago guy.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this.
Guys, give me guys.
Guys. We talked about how...
It's funny every time.
How... that's what it takes to make these movies.
Yeah.
Get my friends together.
Or being in the local theater club.
Exactly.
Right.
And the work that you get, the commitment.
The network, the connections.
Fuck. And I think some of the realness of this movie.
I feel like we're really hyper.
That might be your internalization of your external.
Is that the Beerrated? I need more beer. I need the more beer in the air.
But he's best known for a movie called Princess Sid. Which I do not know. I've never seen it. It's set in Chicago. That was
Sid, like S-I-D?
Like C-Y-D, Princess Sid, and it looks wonderful. His first feature film came out in 2011. It was called In Memoriam. And I want to read you the synopsis of his first feature film. It's called in 2011.
Did he wrote it and directed?
I believe so. In Memoriam. Okay. This is the synopsis. Two young people, nude and entangled, accidentally fall to their deaths from a roof. To his friends, it is nothing more than a mordantly humorous story. But for Jonathan, it is something more, something hard to reconcile.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck were they on the roof?
Sell in a producer's office?
Why were they in the roof? Yeah, right. I'll give you $2 million for that.
There you go. The Black Box in 2013 has Austin Pendleton in it. So shout out to the 2 Days in the Valley episode, Austin Pendleton. Like, oh, your third flop in a row. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that guy. I love that.
This writer,
you know what else he's in?
What?
That guy?
Yeah. He's in everything.
He's the stuttering lawyer. I got a lawyer in My Cousin Vinny.
That's right.
When that scene like steals the whole movie.
Right.
When he comes out and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting better. He steals the show,
right.
man. Yeah, he just takes it.
So that's called Black Box from 2013 with Austin Pendleton. So shout out to the 2 Days in the Valley episode. Hopefully that redeems me from that Take Me episode 1 thing.
Yes.
Todd said it, an hour and 27 minutes and no official tagline.
Oh,
I didn't find one. Like there's nothing really special on the
I don't have to love it or hate it.
But what would you tagline? What would you?
Self-discovery of a 17-year-old boy with the hot mom T-shirt.
Wow, hot mom T-shirt.
Okay, so that came out of nowhere because a drummer friend of mine, hey Joe, how's it going? Had a T-shirt. I love hot moms. I heart hot moms.
Oh,
and
okay.
when you see her in this movie, she's the poster child for this T-shirt. Yeah.
Well,
would you agree? Wouldn't you agree, Mr. I sat
Kat?
down in person with Kat.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she in what I love is that the buddy Gabe has probably been sweet
his
on that
best
hot
friend.
mom, the whole time.
You can rub my head, Mrs.
I know,
Gamble.
and he's, you can imagine like the comments over the years,
around
the pool.
As he's maturing, getting into
but
his.
maybe not, because again, this movie is about again, heavy religious overtones, undertones, gay, and you have Henry Gamble, who is not completely out of the closet gay, and his best friend Gabe, who is very straight
and has no clue.
So again, the tension is there immediately, even from the first scene, which you talked about it. We have an opening scene of 2 young men in bed. Getting to a masturbatory fantasy together, and it's really again.
But so I watched the movie like 4 times, right? And,
all right.
And as you watch it each time, you catch more stuff, but you really see the subtleness in the writing of all the questions that who's our main character? Henry is asking of his best friend Gabe, because they're just hanging out, doing a sleepover on the weekend, as they've been doing their whole lives, and when they're doing the sock treatment, all the questions he's asking Gabe is like what were you wearing?
Well, it starts with a dick size comparison.
Right.
The opening,
but he's masturbating to Gabe while Gabe is masturbating to Emily.
Right.
But it's done really subtly, like you don't realize it at first.
Well, I don't think that Henry finishes the session. Because it starts with a softer hard dick comparison, and then it's Emily, who has legendary tits. Or Emily is her name. I don't know. There's going to be a name problem right off the bat.
There's so many people.
Offense
I spent
intended.
some time today trying to get the name straight. Yeah, Emily, and they call her Em, and I think a couple times.
And I think it's again, this could be a movie that some people are just out immediately. The opening scene is.
I didn't like it the first time I watched it.
All right, this is interesting.
Yeah.
But
like I said, I watched it 4 times, and I started I've said it before, but I like to study the screenplay or see the screenplay, and the more I watch it, I'm like, man, there's some really good subtext writing in this.
Yeah.
Or acting, I should say.
And I mean, it's not always the kind of thing that you expect from a slow burn movie.
Yeah.
Because when I told you when I first watched this the first time, I talked to you about it, and I said there's a scene in this movie that changes your core temperature. Yeah. And it comes out
there's several,
nowhere.
and I don't know which one. Yeah, I'm dying to know which one.
This is fucking
because
fantastic.
There's more. There's several.
I like how they do make the characters as fleshed out as they can be, because it's revealed in the opening that Henry has a podcast, and that Gabe listened and he said it's good. It's a music podcast, and I think that's kind of
he reviews bands.
Yeah,
that's how I wrote it.
And did he say? Does Gabe ask, do you review Christian music? And then Henry's like, nah, Christian music sucks.
Yeah, there is a conversation about that.
Is Gabe religious? Is he completely?
Yeah.
They
all go. So it's the backdrop is a mega church.
Yeah.
So picture the Joel Osteen, where you got 10,000 people attending church every Sunday, and then you got all this subculture within it, and all these. But they're using the camp, right?
Yeah.
The church camp coming up, and the counselors are they say teaching the kids, but they're like less than 10 years older than them.
Because Gabe says, "Hey, saw you on TV, Pastor Bob. You looked good. King's Peace is blowing up."
Yeah,
and he's
that's
like,
the name of the church.
New building is.
Yeah, we got a new building, but the two pastors that are in the episode don't necessarily have that super charisma personality in this show, which I kind of wondered about.
Fascinating.
Because when you're, the mega church preachers are like
that.
pretty darn charismatic.
You know what? I don't really know. I've never been, and it's not for me. But the idea of
you don't go to mega church on Sunday.
No, the idea of the what some people can perceive as the excess of that house. It's a pretty nice house for a person of a priest, preacher, or pastor. And does Kat say what her profession is? Because I think she's a professional, right?
I don't know. I didn't
get.
I assumed she was a house mom, and the mega church bought them the giant house with the swimming pool, and I didn't hear a career. I missed it if there was one.
So there's this dynamic. They're a religious family. There's an older daughter, Autumn, who is in college. So she has a friend group. There's a camp that kind of unifies them in a way. And we'll get to a couple of friends who are not within this friend group, but it's essentially very Christian, very camp, and it's stated like kind of anti-gay. I mean, there's you get some feelings like that is an issue. That's a thing. So it's repressed, very a lot of stereotypical stuff. If
they make a reference to New Testament and Old Testament between the two preachers earlier, and the Old Testament is where all the the not gay stuff comes from.
Yeah. Are you getting tired of it?
And then Candace says Jesus loved everybody.
Yeah.
And then the other guy who says what? He says hate the sin, not the sinner.
Not the sinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love at breakfast, after they have the traditional breakfast.
Autumn!
That's it. That was my laugh out loud because the college student is late to get
all
up.
right, so there's the subtext when I was talking about all the great subtext. By him just screaming Autumn at the breakfast table, you're like, oh, he's been going there for his whole life.
And
he's like one of the children.
It's a bratty, brother's
he's
friend.
He's just like one of the other kids. Yeah.
It's the brother's friend just screaming, Autumn!
Yeah, and when her girlfriend Cheyenne comes over and asks about Gabe, she's like, ew.
And I'm telling you,
he's like another brother.
I'm telling you, that's that actor. It's funny. It's as funny.
Oh, he probably ad-libbed that moment, you think?
Shit, I almost wonder.
I'll bet you.
It's as funny because of his delivery, and maybe yes, I would go with that.
And it's so out of the blue.
Yeah,
it comes out of nowhere.
And I like how they're setting up the day. And again, Elizabeth Laidlaw has, and I've said this before on the podcast. I forget maybe who, but what actress is just carrying weight, sorrow, burden on them? She just looks upset.
Right.
The weight of everything on her is on her
and
at
the
all
tension
times.
Between her and her husband,
which we find out there's reasons for later.
We find out why later, but not even tension, almost just a distance between them.
It's
is what they're portraying, and then we find out why later.
It's perfectly done, and acted on both ways. Because they're talking about the makeup of the party and who's coming. And again, it may get a little confusing.
And there's Ricky's not coming, is he?
Okay, Ricky's probably not coming, but I invited some.
Oh, yes, he is.
We invited some church people, and then Rose is coming. And then, again, Elizabeth Laidlaw's face, like,
those scenes, watching it third and fourth times, when you know what you know, becomes so uncomfortable because there's a scene where Rose is in the room and the dad and the mom, I'm losing their names, are in the room, but that she slept with his husband who's now dead, and he knows it and all that. I'm just like, it was so uncomfortable.
Interesting.
Watching it the third and fourth time.
So is that maybe a challenge in the movie? Like, like you have to watch it more, or
this tight knit church group. But she slept with her husband who was dying, and
this is what happens when you're fucking repressed and ignorant. Okay, It's just leaking out of you like it leaks out of Bonnie. She starts crying for no reason at one point. She's so repressed and miserable.
Yeah.
She starts fucking crying.
So the writer-director, had some, either he knew somebody or, had
a lot
some
of
experience with
archetypes
this.
and
And
just
maybe,
had to write them and put them into the
maybe even a
movie.
mega church, he could have added that backdrop, but
and it's stated
to write all this, he had to have
stated
experience.
like Ricky's probably not coming. Again, some other people, mom doesn't like that, and they cut to Autumn's room, and I just noted that she's reading a book called In Love with God.
It's sitting on the nightstand.
I like set design. I think you can do so much with how you set decorate a space, and and I like the title card in this. Did you like the title card? It just kind of pops up. It's a family photo, and it's just kind of out of nowhere. It's like
I don't remember
it. Well, interesting. So it just in the middle of a scene, it just kind of, and it just says Henry Gamble's birthday. And a family photo. I think it's super cool.
So that sound you made just sounded like you hit one of those buttons on the board, but you did that. So we don't need buttons, but we got you.
This is when I wrote in my notes.
I would hit your buttons.
This is one of the first things, and I said this to Elizabeth Laidlaw, not on the podcast. When
air?
When I
couldn't
birdie. Because
you dirty birdie.
And now that I'm saying it to you, I cannot believe I said it to her because it maybe sounded like I was flirting, but. I said, well...
You were flirting with 6 foot Xena?
And I cannot believe, now I'm saying this on our podcast, so this is not a slam to Pat Healey. So please, Pat Healey, I do not mean any offense, but I said to Elizabeth Laidaw, I think Henry Gamble's Birthday Party is a sci-fi movie because there is no way that he is in your league. There is no way. You are, as a couple...
What'd she say?
It's staggeringly unbelievable.
Yeah. What was her reaction?
And she just she was very kind and laughed about it.
She gave you the Gabe treatment.
And
when he said, you can rub my head, Mrs. Gamble, but she just blew up. She just blew you off.
And I forget, it's kind of talked about, like Kat keeps getting better looking. And it's kind of addressed.
Oh, yeah. Bonnie hasn't. Well, because she's so fucking...
I thought it was fairly clever that I thought this would be sci-fi.
Yeah, you thought you'd get a laugh from her or something, but...
Why do we know that Autumn has body issues? Like, because is she talking with her friend on the phone, and she's not going to go...
She won't put on a bathing suit.
And that's her thing, right?
Yeah, she doesn't want to get in the pool, and then later on when they had the fight with the boyfriend, and she's doing
that's predicated
the sex
on,
was awful, and you took something from me.
That's tough, and everybody's just
she hasn't gotten over it. Yeah,
like is in a tough. Speaking of Magnolia, there's a part in that movie where everybody's at critical mass misery.
When your mom is Miss Laidlaw, how can you not have body issues, right? She's Wonder Woman.
True.
Xena?
Did you mean Xena? Well, yeah, both.
Linda Carter.
And I love
let's make a movie with her and Linda Carter.
I love how they think that
AI. Let's get at the AI.
I love how they think that Cheyenne is pagan and her friend is like, did you want to go back to that?
You won't even let me have this fantasy for just a moment. You just got to keep moving on.
I assume you're going to have it in the bathroom later, not right now.
Not on the air, Todd.
Okay. Please email us if you want to hear more about that.
Do you have any of those tube socks laying around here somewhere? Can I...
The idea of setting the stage for all the arrivals. I like Logan shows up. Poor Logan.
And they even go
Logan.
So it's not bad enough that he's the only African American in all these 16 people, we'll say, right?
It's startling.
But when he walks in, they all turn and one guy goes, "Oh, hi, Logan." What was the O for?
I was almost my first time.
You're
I was like,
here.
Is it because he's black?
Yeah, they totally made it
because he's black.
They totally played it that way.
Now we know it could be 1 because he's gay, or 2 because he's an orchestra kid. He's a theater kid because he was in the pit for Guys and Dolls. I would be friends with Logan.
And of all movies, they pick Guys and Dolls.
I would be friends with him.
Oh, Logan's cool.
And then we have the John, the douche with the guitar. The Uber Christian,
Emily's boyfriend, but they didn't show up together.
Okay.
So they were masturbating to Emily. Okay. Remember in the beginning,
she is the Uber hotness, right? That's the Uber hotness within their scope, and that is the girl who eventually makes out with
16-year-old Laidlaw. Whatever.
Blonde? No,
she's not blonde.
She Oh wait, then I'm confused. Does she,
Emily, the one that he makes out with later, makes out
she's
with.
blonde. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have a hair gate on this one. We're gonna compare Emily and Kat's hair. This is gonna be great.
Do the drapes match the wait?
And okay, so that's fantastic because they're like the power couple. They're the uber Christian power couple. Yes.
But they didn't come together.
They didn't show up together.
Thank you. Show up together.
Who do you hate the most? So you know what? I'm not going to do this. Who do you hate the most?
Bonnie. Bonnie drives me crazy because of how well Scarlett plays her daughter.
I think
why do I call her Scarlett?
Grace. I hate Keith and Blonde the most. They're the most self-righteous douchey of all of them, in a way. But maybe
Keith
not.
and Candace.
So
Candace, the one who's pregnant.
Yeah. So
you hate those two the most?
Maybe.
Okay.
So Keith,
you're allowed to.
Keith is they're older maybe, and he runs the camp. So again, very Christian, and
he's trying to climb the mega church ladder. That he's like, how you have the corporate ladder.
Great way of putting that.
Yeah, that's what he's all about, and he's all about that all the way through this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's totally
That's
him.
why I hate him. He's just emanating douche in this fuck.
Yeah, what a fucking douche.
Okay. So, like, and then the pregnancy, was that something that, like, I know that, she has a bikini. So
that came in
Candace
later.
is just a harlot, but, like, did the pregnancy, was that supposed to come out? Like,
yeah, that was exciting news.
So very exciting
They have
news.
something to look forward to, but in their church group.
And then Kat's like, Henry was a surprise. So why does Kat kind of like shit on Henry? Did you note that, or maybe
during the barbecue, she says that to him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Candace said it was kind of a surprise, and then she just says, "Well, Henry was a surprise." I think she's just, Do
you think Kat
saying it happens
is like because of how she speaks in the car with her daughter later, like kids, they're some, I don't know, are they the best thing for you? Are they're something they're a stopper.
Well, she's in such a midlife deal going on because of the affair and that, and then she just is like saying, like, we're always changing. Like, you can tell she doesn't have the feelings for her husband that she once did.
Yeah, or a very interesting comment, like even maybe kids, or wasn't meant to be your thing either. You know what I mean? She's just distant from everybody, and it's just like, I want to be elsewhere. This isn't for me. I'm
gonna go stay with Amy
and everybody. And then we have Christine, who we have dark hair and red hair. My favorite, two favorites.
Heather and Christine.
Yeah,
I had to. It
Heather
took me a while. I had to write their names down.
And Coop comes.
So they're buddies of our lead actor.
And
Henry.
They're great,
and they've been best friends. Like, so they don't go to. It sounds like they go to a regular school.
Yeah.
Not the church school,
so
like this church, because they've got a mixture of anti,
they're the Satanists
church
who
people
come to fuck up the party.
I was trying to, when she does the horns, when the redhead does
and
the little horns, it goes.
I love how Coop, the fat kid's hungry. Of course, the fat guy shows up, and he's probably the horniest.
Not going to church camp.
He's probably the horniest.
He's like, fuck church camp.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like in Cabin in the Woods, the next Zombie Beavers movie.
I like that some of the other kids have listened to the podcast. They sure have strong commentary about cussing and music. So what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I was taken aback with the whole podcast thing. Is that why you did this movie? Because he does a podcast, and he's getting all the girls with the podcast, and no,
is that why I did this movie for this podcast? Because he's getting girls on his podcast.
He's popular because he does a podcast.
So I don't understand your question.
I don't know. I don't even know if I had a question.
Yeah. We're going to check the tape on that one.
I am so beer-rated right now.
Yes, you are. But hey, I got you, baby bird. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna keep you on track.
I've got, I got Salt and Pepper, Hyper, and
so the Wall, and I didn't check to see
on.
if the Wall was a band, but they can do without the cussing, and that seems to be
that was Emily.
A big thing about.
Are we in the room with Emily alone already?
I don't. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm
just gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna be the dude.
I have a note that older shitheads arrive because I had seen it before. So Larry and Bonnie, Rose is the wife. of the deceased.
HP. Yeah.
Fucking HP.
And, we keep giving away, but yeah, there's such a bombshell in the car about
Very
HP.
interesting. Very interesting.
So he's dying of cancer, and he seduces our hot mom.
Yeah.
Because he made her feel important.
Yeah.
He made her feel like she was somebody.
Pretty fascinating.
So there's a life lesson, gentlemen, out there. Make them feel.
Yeah. So Logan's kind of fading out of church. They're I like John's talking to the non, I think he uses the term, "Are you churched?" Now
that's when he's talking to
the friends.
Yeah, Heather and Christine.
And so is that a you're more familiar with this word? Is that a term? Do you say "Are you churched"?
I'm not familiar. It's in my rearview mirror, like when I went out every Sunday. So, but that term made me laugh.
Yeah.
Are you churched? And she doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Right. and people are arriving, so you're getting kind of cuts to things. And in the short run time that he has to get a lot in, Bonnie comes in. She's excited that fuckhead made her potato salad and all the bullshit. And all and they sit down and all their stupid, shitty conversations. It's all very real. And this was
it's important because that's real life. The whole fakey part,
yeah.
And then they expose the real underbelly is okay. She slept with his husband, but she can never know, and I'm going to expose it to my daughter, and I'm going to leave my husband.
Wine. Thank you, boxed wine.
How many bottles fit in there?
4. It was 4 boxes,
Rose, and she was very proud of that. There's 4 bottles in there.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, really? In that little box?"
Yeah. John asked the girls, "Don't you believe in anything?" So what I find is fascinating is it presents this all or nothing.
Were they both lesbians or just
one?
Just the one.
Yeah.
Because the redhead never said.
Yeah.
I thought they were a couple.
But the idea is that there's just nothing. And they talk about it, a little bit later when they're talking about how they learned biology in college, without evolution. So I think it's fascinating that the idea is, okay, if you don't go to church, wait, you don't believe in anything? And that's why people get mad,
questioning Autumn about her, because she goes to a religious college, about how they teach biology.
Well, no, I'm saying earlier when John was asking the girls, "Are you churched?" And then they're like, "No." And what, you don't believe in anything? It's similar to that later conversation.
I believe in kindness. I believe in
yeah. And then the comments right away, kind of cynically, "Are we going to hell, Henry?"
And that's when she does the horns and the
the tension is so, because Henry's still not there. You know what I mean? The underlying tension is the main character.
Yeah. Well, Henry is so experienced at being in the closet, at covering it up, that he does a full-on makeout scene later on, with the girl with M. Totally into it, okay, he's heterosexual, but he's not, he's been faking it his whole life.
But clearly he and Logan have a thing, and it's been...
Logan likes him and he knows it.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the movie, of course, he's come to accept, okay, let's try this out.
That's all the tension. And sorry, listeners, if, the idea of all these names and everything is really wild.
Well,
but
and spoiler alerts, are there's no our whole podcast is a spoiler alert.
Yeah. So, again, we've decided that there's a lot of different underlying tensions, but that's one big one, that the main character, pretends to be into this girl, Emily. His best friend doesn't even know that he's gay.
Yeah.
Other people do.
And,
you know what I mean? It's
the girl that's the lesbian, picks it up on him immediately, and then he's trying to he's like, "Surely you understand." He's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, "Oh, come on."
Exactly.
She sees right through him, and nobody else does.
And that's why there's some moments of levity. It lets the steam off a little bit, but for the most part, you get Bonnie, and she just goes on a tirade about sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And have you heard of this? Now I have to ask you. I think this is real in a lot of American, and this is why, we're in the current state that we are.
Before the movie, the sound of freedom, that really exposed
But again, just
this
based on
underbelly
whatever information she has, she's on this thing. Like,
Yeah.
bam.
Well, yeah, and then she'll go on the next thing, which is and those whatever,
But it's like and she says like I know that the Lord's coming. You know
like,
what I mean?
What she means, these are the end of days.
But so like
is what she's saying.
That's just wild to me. You know what I mean? Like, how do you go like that way? How do you? It's I guess that's the way to get yourself through.
Well,
whatever.
I mean, there are people
that's trying to come out at all times.
I mean, there are people that have that disposition in life. We've all met them, and that's just what. And Bonnie is so fucking good at portraying that character.
Yes,
you don't like her at all,
really,
but that's a credit to her acting. She is so real in this.
It's really, really good. And thankfully, at this point, like there's not enough tension, and we don't even know Ricky shows up. Who? Holy God.
Oh, Ricky.
Talk about like a gravitational force.
Ricky is the poster child for I've got issues.
Yes.
And his dad was a preacher also that died of cancer. Yeah.
So we've teed this up, Rose and Ricky, who's the age of maybe the counselor's age. So he's a counselor, so maybe older than Henry.
I would have cast I would have cast Rose a little younger.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Because HP to get mom to have sex with him would have but they comment he was a good looking man and young and this and that, so they kind of covered up because I think that's why they did that, because they cast her a little too old for her age.
But HP and Rose, HP was Bob's mentor, and died of cancer. And
my wife slept with my mentor.
So Ricky is he's got some challenges because he's got some sexual identity issues. He's also had what is perceived as a suicide attempt.
They're mentioning about, I hope Ricky's not coming. You don't know why.
But you see him, and again, credit to this actor, like, this is a sad kid.
Yeah.
This is a very, very, and all he seems to want is to connect with Pastor Bob or somebody.
He wants to get back into
his job.
Church.
Yeah,
he wants to go to
in.
He wants to be a counselor at camp again. But because last year he they don't know if it was a suicide or if he just attempted or if he just took too many pills.
Yeah.
Because the one person, I just think he likes his pills. I don't think it was a suicide.
Exactly.
And they're like, well, what about the shower? What do you mean?
Exactly.
We're not there yet.
Right.
But that scene, that's one of my favorite lines in the whole, when he, not that scene, but when he says, there's so many stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
He delivers that line.
It's so wistful.
So good. Yeah.
Thank you, Box Wine. Thank you, Box Wine.
He's Box Wine.
Well, so Rose.
Sponsored by.
Ricky's mom brings. What we find out is box wine, and she said, "I hope it's okay." It's in a bag, four boxes.
And they end up calling it medicine as the movie goes on. I love it. Why? Because it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So I highlighted this scene right after this. I've been following you note for note, line for line. I've been tracking you.
Wait. You have good notes.
Would you drop the basket down with the lotion, please? So right after this, they show Kat in the bathroom throwing up.
Yeah, they do.
Right after that. And then she just comes out of the hallway and runs into the two girls and then just starts talking to them like, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Interesting.
So I wrote affair, ? As in, is she pregnant? Why did they show her throwing up in the bathroom and then nothing? Why was that scene even in there? The only thing I could think of is that maybe they were saying she's pregnant, but they made it sound like the affair was a little bit longer ago,
right,
where she would be showing. I don't know.
Maybe Ricky is the individual who has made her pregnant.
No, I'm talking about Laidlaw.
That's what I mean.
How could Ricky get her pregnant?
Why is Ricky such a problem? Nobody knows. Anyway, I asked her.
What the fuck?
I asked her this question.
About this movie?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I told you I had something. And
but how would it be something that I highlighted?
I told you I wouldn't forget. I told you in the beginning, you're like, say it all now because you like to just spew it all out. But I like to pace things. So, yeah, I asked her. And no, she's not pregnant. She is so tense and upset that she puked. That's her life. She's so.
I can't function right now because
she's so like. And I asked her.
I can't believe you. But you said you didn't see the movie before you interviewed her.
I did. Yes. I had seen it before I interviewed her.
Then
I hadn't heard of it before I interviewed her.
I'm a fog bank.
You're Beerrated. I get it.
I got you. I am the fog bank around Skull Island right now.
I am your rock. I am your island.
When you come through the fog, though, it will open up into the beach.
Yep. So I asked her about
Jessica Lange will be carried out of the boat by Mr. Bridges, and all right, there's crickets. Moving on. What movie are we on?
So I asked her this question, and she said, no, she's not pregnant. She is so tense. The day in her life is so tense.
I can't believe you caught
that she threw up. So I chose.
That's what the script was. That's what the point.
I didn't ask her enough about the script. I don't know if it was part of it.
She would have. The director would have told her,
it's
okay,
her
your tension and you're throwing up and wow.
This movie,
Ryan. Do you believe what you just brought? Like,
I know.
You just brought like gold to the show. Like nobody's got this insight on this episode,
it does stand out. It does stand out. In the context of the movie, I call it just a shaker. It keeps you hooked. Like what's going on?
Well, I stopped and like, what the fuck was that? Yeah. I even backed up to make sure it was her, like watching what she was wearing.
Yeah,
because they just show it. They just show the back of her.
Yeah,
I'm like, why the fuck is she doing? And then I'm like. She's pregnant. Yeah. I thought all this was going to come out later, and it never did.
Yeah, exactly. Now do you think they know? So is everybody's kind of status known to everybody? I was wondering because they're trying to get Logan back into Sunday school to teach. Do they know Ricky's gay? I mean, because they suspect that, because there was an issue with him being aroused in the showers. So it's like everybody clear, or is everybody like, is Ricky?
Or that's just a fucking rumor. That because
it is,
you pick on the weak guy,
which
right?
Is what
you
led
you
to
beat up on the bullies, beat up on the weak one.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, who knows? Like, hey, let's make the preacher's son gay and pick on him.
Yeah. Because I noted John's,
but they didn't show anything else in the whole episode that led me to believe that he was
the whole movie. Yeah. So John's trying to get Logan back in, and I noted, hey, you could teach Sunday school, any topic you want except for homosexuality. I got that one. So there's so
and then
many,
what does Em say? What does Emily say? I have vanity. He goes, yeah, you do.
You know what I mean?
How could they not put comedy in that? That was
they're so. It's so like, oh, John, you're such a douche.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to say in that class? I want to go to John's homosexuality. I want to hear why it's the worst. Why? Please tell me how hot hell is. Please, John, sing me your dumbass song about it.
Yeah, and play your two chords that you know that takes you a half hour to switch between.
Exactly. And speaking of writing, and
look at us picking on John. Just ripping him to shreds. His musicianship, his manhood.
Yeah. I mean,
he let Em go, who immediately runs back to him when Henry says, "I'll get back to you." Can I get back to you?
What a way to let a girl down.
That was the best line. I just want to. I want to do a little.
It was
little
pretty
bow,
funny.
A little head bob to the writer director on that line. I was like, "Fucking A!" I laughed so hard.
It was funny.
Can I get back to you on that?
They one of the lines when they're talking about they're talking to Autumn about college, and it's this movie is.
You mean Heather and
it's
Christine?
not all or nothing. You know what I mean? It's not like, but they're showing some pretty hard stances either way. And along the way, there's people in the pool. There's just conversations happening. So the movie. Again, paces well. We're probably talking about it like it's some kind of schizophrenic nightmare.
Well, it's a single location film too. We should point that out.
Yeah.
It's one house, one backyard.
In, I think Lake Forest, Illinois.
You're just a gem.
They talk about how do they teach biology without evolution? I love that question.
Yeah, that's the dark. Because
again,
I don't know if it's
she's
Heather
got
or...
there's no, like what, you have no faith? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, she said you can teach biology without evolution, and then the response being you can also teach math without numbers.
That was Emily. It's called theory. No, it's called logic. She said my brother took it or whatever. It's called logic.
Really fun because it's not mean. It's not like.
Well, they take their stance and there's no switching you from that stance, and they'll justify it however they can.
You can look at them and you're like, you dummy, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, but it's what's kind of endearing about
Show me the missing link, Ryan.
is that
show me the missing link.
they grew up together. You know what I mean? So like, you know, you see
they
how
go to
things
school
are,
together. Yeah.
You see how things are segmenting and fading, but there is some kind of forgive me for shocking you for saying,
in this movie.
but a lot of it's fake. But you know, they're happy for his gifts. You know, and it's rooted in how they've come up together, and they're all going to implode, and like their worlds are going to explode soon, which is crazy. But at least they're having some decent dialogue predicated on the fact that they've been together a long time and they can at least still talk.
And they're not completely closed off and judgmental yet, like they show like Bonnie is and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And again, it's not mean on either side, which I really, really like. In another, I think, profound conversation is when Bonnie's talking about like the sex trafficking and then the prostitution. Kat says I think it's more of an economic issue than sexual. And
yeah,
you're like,
and then Bonnie's line.
That's what intellect looks like.
Yeah.
How about that?
And then Bonnie's response, because she has no intellect response to that, is simply, "You're not going Democrat on her, are you?"
Yeah,
yeah. And then you're like,
throw your shit, ape.
That was like right out of the Hunted. No, what's the movie that we love?
Movie we've done?
No, that I was gonna do. But
The Hunt.
The Hunt.
Yeah.
I wanted to say The Hunted, but that's Benicio.
Yep.
And yeah.
Close.
No, not even. Those two movies are
But again, it's
Ethan Hunt.
It's kind of an archetype of what's happening now. Like she presents a very logical and so maybe there is no other alternative.
That line was
you're
like
a Democrat now?
What The Hunt is making fun of. The whole movie, the difference
It's
between
hilarious.
the Dems and the Republicans.
Now I'm fascinated. It's well known on this podcast. It's well known in my life. Eating in movies. And this
and
movie
the slurping voice sound.
There's
a lot of food.
Has a new kind of sound for me, because we've talked about this, about how actors have to push food around on plates so they're not eating over take. So the scene when Bob and Larry are in the living room watching a movie, and the movie is a laser mission, which is fascinating.
Was that scene really going to be a nude scene that they cut? That they were trying to turn the TV off?
No, it is.
Did she get? Yeah. So it really was.
So Laser
the
Mission
actual
is a
movie
real
where
movie.
she was really getting naked.
I think Ernest Borgnine is in it. Anyway,
what's a laser? What
Laser Mission?
I have to.
It's a corny old like cheesy sci-fi movie, but so they're eating on these plastic plates and they're just pushing food around. Yeah. And it's fascinating to watch because they don't want to take a bite, but they just got to push their macaroni salad around the plate.
I didn't even clock that.
And
that's funny.
And it's because I think I remember seeing this as a kid. And it's this line, like they have to switch the channel because a sex scene's coming in.
Yeah.
It's just, oh gosh, and then the comment is, I don't even know why we have cable.
One of the kids Cooper walks in.
Yeah, I don't even know why we have cable.
And what does Cooper do? Because he's that character. He just stands there and stares. He's like, oh, boobies.
Yeah. But the idea of we shouldn't even. I don't even know why.
Yeah,
we
I don't know
cable.
why I have any of these
Switched
movies.
it to sports like you should, and it's hilarious to me. They were watching a decently bad B movie, and they fucked up their lives, turning it to college sports. Shame on you, watching children play. Gross.
Well, he looks at his wife boobs, right?
When
is it a sin to
Larry
look at TV
gets up,
boobs?
when Larry gets up and he goes to the cabinet where the wine's been stored, and he goes, "Watch this," like all judgy, and then Bob's like, "Oh no, we don't drink. It's roses," and then you're like, "Oh, interesting." And then when this is when the movie turns up, right? Larry goes, Jesus drank.
Jesus drank.
Oh, on occasion. So they, like good and proper grown adults do, they take a box of the wine, they put it in the laundry room, they grab coffee cups and start sipping box wine out of coffee mugs.
All the subtext, right? All the fakiness, right? They're drinking the wine out of coffee mugs, so you won't know what it is. They're hiding in the laundry room, right?
Hilarious.
And then, Laidlaw comes in and she's like, what's going on in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then their face is like, oh, and then she just like, and then she just takes some. She's like, I'm having some.
And it's so,
you guys are fucking drinking and not letting me drink.
Did you look at the idea of it being so punitive? Like, what's going on in here?
No, it's real. It's what you see every day. You can tell when people are putting on their fronts. I mean, it's just.
I get it, but
it's a real life expose.
These are grown ass adults. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the
but
shit?
That's what still happens. I don't know. That's what we do. What people do.
I don't know. It's just unbelievable to me that.
So good writing, right?
Well, and it
good
increases,
acting.
It increases the tension because you're kind of wondering what's alcohol going to do to this party.
Well, everything's fine until you bring it out by Bonnie.
Oh yeah,
the fucking bitch.
No wonder he drinks.
Is that alcohol in that mug?
What's in that cup?
What are you doing?
Now Aaron shows up. Now this is Autumn's ex, who we find out later has taken her virginity.
Has taken the prize.
So again, very tense. And again.
And Autumn just loses
Who's
her
not invited
shit.
to this thing? Who's not? Everybody's showing up.
Well, everybody from Chicago PD, from Chicago Fire Department, and from Chicago.
So he was on an adjoining set, and he just
no, he was the gaff.
They improvised.
He was the super gaff boy.
The whole scene, yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you get to be in this."
That's wild to me that they improvised the whole scene on the lawn. Autumn really does freak out.
She loses her, and it's so out of left field. You have no idea what's going on.
That's true. She's pretty reserved, and it's very powerful when she.
But it sets up the whole mom-daughter in the car scene, which is just the bombshell of the movie. You're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, and the thing is was Erin how's modeling. So like they throw that at, because clearly that's not a world that's a religious world either. So like they're splitting away. You know what I mean?
I had to see that on the captions.
Yeah.
Subtitles. I didn't know she said modeling for until the third time I watched it. It was like, I just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. And so
how's modeling?
He's going
fucking
and
whatever,
so
boy.
The first experience wasn't good. She has guilt from it because of body issues, because of religious oppression
for some reason,
which
we
find
out later. Yeah.
But Henry, as you do, and your pool parties, you go in and out. He's back in his room, and this is when.
Well, he got a Duran Duran album.
This is when Emily, the hottie of the hot, and this is Henry's been. Oh yeah, playing it aloof
when
the whole
she
time.
disrobes, and they do a lot of camera work on her, and it's really nice. She's smoking hot.
The birthday boy. And this girl comes on to him.
He sneaks off up in his room to listen to his Duran Duran album. He's all excited. He's making the faces.
How fucking cool. Like, I don't need you. I just need my album.
Yeah,
and that's why.
Here comes fucking hot Emily that they both jerked off. Allegedly, he jerked off to Gabe.
I don't think he did.
Gabe jerked off to her.
Yeah.
And she comes in and just starts, she says, I was into you since we were in prayer class together.
Yeah.
Starts making out with him, and they're going at it.
Yeah.
I mean, and Henry is a gay man. He's 17, but he's making out with this girl like full on.
I mean, he's really giving it his best effort.
He's giving the closet door is shut tight.
And she says, I'm yours. And you said it.
She says a wonderful line. She says, I would totally be into dating you if you want to, or whatever. And the best line of the movie, Henry, right here. You think so? Can I get back to you on that? And what does she do? She fucking goes back down to the pool and goes right to John and makes the same face that she did to Henry, like the same
goddamn hussy.
Yeah, big smile, like, making out with you is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
One's as good as the other, as they say.
Well, fuck. I couldn't believe it. I mean, no.
I know.
She went right to him.
I know.
Fuck.
I'm into dating you. I'll get back to you. I'll page you.
Oh, John, here I come. He doesn't want me.
Then he looks out the window like, all right, see ya.
I have to have a man on my arm.
Well, so, Kat gets herself with Autumn in the car, and
Kat is mom, Miss Laidlaw.
Gets her
I don't think we've been
Hopefully
calling her
yes,
cat.
I have.
That's
You've been calling her everything but sock material, and I don't know.
hot mom.
Very disrespectful. I'm just saying.
Well, I didn't have to
very
interview her.
Disrespectful.
She probably hates me by now, but I love you.
She came out, in the wake of what happened to Autumn, who like just get out of the yard. This guy who upset me.
Yeah. Mom comes out and says, "What's going on?" or whatever.
And so they're in the car, and I love how Mom asks, "Hey, you want some wine?"
Is this your clip?
Well, it's kind of my clip. I'm going to preface it. Why?
Dude,
do you say that?
wait. Guess what I did?
What's that?
Mom, daughter in car. Ryan's clip, but too long. Look, I started right there in my notes.
Well, we're synergized.
Is it? Am I?
All right. So we're going to get right to it.
Is it right?
Yes. We're going to get right to it.
Woo!
We're going to get right to this.
I am beer-rated.
Well,
just like this movie's
it
R-rated.
depends on how beer-rated you were when you were
I wasn't beer-rated at all,
but
but when I saw that scene and I knew you interviewed her, I'm like,
yeah.
Ryan wants to do this as a clip, but it's a really long scene.
So she begins the scene brilliantly by talking about
Do you want some wine?
becoming. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
but she gives her some wine first.
I said that. And
sorry.
she talks about you're in specifically as a woman, you're just always becoming, and then what stops you? And she says children, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
But before she decides to
there's a lot of depth there. That's like a lot of
before she decides to lay a bombshell on her daughter, which is an admission that's really heavy. I really loved how she prefaces it and and it's a very small clip. But I think about like how I would open it up, and I think this is the acting. How
so you're just doing the beginning of it.
So I'm just gonna. This is Kat prefacing, a really big thing she's gonna say to her daughter that's gonna impact all their lives.
Listen, Autumn, I want to be honest with you. Something happened to me recently. Or a little while ago. Actually, it was a series of something happened to me, and I'm not sure what I'm becoming.
She is so good. Her voice is even shaking. Now I'm hearing it in headphones. You can hear the quiver in her voice.
Yeah.
I mean, she is so in character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good because what she's about to tell her is like such a bombshell and so hard for her to actually like tell her own daughter what she did.
But it's not giving up. It's not giving in. Like eventually she goes to her husband and says, "We're gonna have to split." But the bombshell. I have some non-disrespectful logistical questions, but so what she says is H.P. Matthews, the deceased father of Ricky.
Yes.
Rose's husband. Passed away of cancer. Rose's husband. So Rose was away doing stuff, and Kat was called upon to help in the decline.
Yeah, like when Ricky had to go to Best Buy to work or something like that.
Best Buy.
Said, yeah.
She was there.
She would go sit with him.
Okay. So I get it.
Or on him.
So you're all thinking, what happened? They developed romantically. They did it. They had sexual relations at least a couple of times, is what she says.
Yes.
Now I'm going to ask that again. Very handsome, but what? I mean, what Mr. Matthews just hanging in there till the end, just staying smooth and
he initiated
having sex with.
He came on the Kat.
Yes,
she says that he made me feel.
I'm sure I'm dying, but
he says you could have been a movie star.
Oof.
So
it's not untrue.
His dying. Untrue. So this mentor of Bob, right? That's his name. Bob,
yeah.
Bob's mentor at the church comes on when he's dying of cancer. Comes on to his wife and does it with her. Let that sit in for the mega church.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something, huh?
Yeah, and she because she was repressed in her marriage, and he made her feel the way he did. She was on it.
Yeah,
she's like, let's go.
And it's wild because again, she's not surrendering. You know, she's saying she's becoming. This is a part of it. But she starts this by apologizing for giving Autumn her body issues. Yeah. Which I'm guessing is just through the religious stuff, through the like repression of sex.
Yeah, they don't say. I have no idea.
But that's it. And she clearly was repressing herself. You know, they're all doing it, and it's for no good reason. And they're just fucking each other up.
Then there's that pause after that, and Autumn's just staring at Mom.
Yeah.
And then Mom says, "Tell me it's okay." Like she's just literally dying inside that she.
And I don't know,
and then she even pauses longer. Autumn does.
She does.
Great, and then she's like, "It's okay." Yeah. And then Kat's.
But then Autumn asks her mom a question for which the pause comes back longer is, "Are you still in love with Dad?"
And she never replies.
Yeah.
Which is an answer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really, from, as a parent, as a person in a relationship, you could see being so, I guess, like torn. The fabric of your being has been kind of repressed, and you realize you've done harm to your kid, and it's really affected them in a critical time.
Yeah.
So now she's like, I gotta rip Band-Aids off, and she motherfucking rips some Band-Aids off. She gets in her bathing suit, and see,
puts on the R mix. I thought it's drinking bar mix, but it's our OUR mix.
They're all drinking now. Larry's getting good and sauced.
Yeah. Candace,
not drinking.
Candace starts doing the fucking hula dance all around Larry.
But this is what's fascinating. So Candace, who's pregnant, and admittedly looks very well in a bikini, so she gets herself ready.
And she says it's modest. It ain't fucking modest.
Yeah. and her husband Keith is in great shape. This dude's jacked. So they're a great looking couple. But I love how Bob is looking at Candace as she's disrobing, and he's got his hands.
Puts his hand right in his pocket. Yeah.
Now this is all the while Ricky. Now I'm trying to tee this up for drama, desperately wanting to talk to Bob. Pastor Bob.
Yeah.
Pastor Bob, I just need to talk to you. He's asked Keith about the whole chaper or the whatever thing. Keith's like, we're working it out. So Ricky's getting iced out because of whatever. He's getting iced out. And this is no bueno. This is no good. But I had no idea how bad it was going to be.
So I love that they didn't show that he was in the that Bob, after seeing Candace disrobe, he runs he's in the bathroom, right? He's fucking whacking off.
Yeah.
But they don't show it. They don't say it. He's just like, hold on. I'm looking for something I forgot.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
just taking care of something.
Yeah. And he doesn't come out like right away. He doesn't open the door.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm finishing this.
Exactly.
But okay, so he's repressed too. Like, all Candace is wearing a bikini, and all she did was take off her shorts. And Bob's like, runs to the bathroom.
Bob's obviously a like man. You know what I mean?
Something because he's got a wife there that should make him pretty damn happy.
We didn't talk too much about about Cheyenne. That's Autumn's friend. Who's been quietly courting Gabe because she in that fun, inappropriate way, because she's like,
who's that cutie down there?
We haven't known maybe they haven't known each other that long. So and they're kind of serious. She's like seriously going after this younger-ish.
I just want to say
teenage boy
right here.
It's funny.
Gabe had no fucking chance. Cheyenne been in college for a year or two. Just a bombshell. Like she's got it all, and she goes down there and she goes right for him. A shark on a mission.
And as they're
fucking, Gabe had no fucking chance.
You said it.
None.
Like your favorite line in the movie was what? Yeah. Probably his.
Like, oh God. Forgive me, Lord. Yeah. Lord. So she's on top of him. Like they sneak off into their room, right? Into a room. And so here's another thing: the whole mega church, and it's a churchy, happy, everybody's good party.
Yeah,
these fucking kids are sneaking off to these different rooms.
They're doing teenage stuff. They're doing teenage stuff.
So when I went to church, I actually went to church camp when I was about 12.
Okay,
and the whole fucking time. So they had two, and it was here, Arcadia.
Okay,
over on Lake Michigan.
Sweet.
There's a Lutheran camp.
I
forgot about this.
That's
so this is a true story. So I'm becoming a teenager in my early teens, whatever year it was. Second year of catechism in Lutheran church.
Yeah.
So we're over at the camp, and there's two massive buildings. There's the boys' building and there's the girls' building.
Okay.
All day long, And every night, all the conversations was about how we were going to sneak out and go over to the girls' dorm.
So the movies are true. Like I think I went to a similar camp. And
yeah.
I was never horny.
And the guys did.
Never horny.
Yeah. And
I wanted all of the counselors. They're I thought they were 30. They're
I was
probably
in
like
love with
3 years old.
There was this one blonde counselor. I was just like, I'm 12 years old going,
there's a redhead
all
for me. A redhead.
Over.
Yeah. Okay, so exactly.
You
now,
went to church camp?
I think it was maybe it wasn't religious, but I'm
Some kind
not
of
sure.
camp.
But it was camp.
It's the same thing. Whatever.
But, but it was teenage stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so,
but I'm just laughing because it's all churchy gossip, but all the boys, all the guys are doing is planning how to get over to the girls' dorm all fucking day long, and then at night we do it.
Exactly.
We go over there. I mean, I didn't get lucky, but I was too young to be. I was only like 12. Or
well, forgive me, Lord. I mean, you know what?
Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. So yeah, Cheyenne's on top, just rocking his world, and then she tells him to shut up because all he's doing is going, "Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord."
When things start to, would you say? That's why I think Gabe fucking Cheyenne is fun because things start to peel apart at this point. Because
the wheels are coming off this party.
And John doesn't know that Logan is gay. And he makes it clear that it's not.
I didn't even know if Henry knew, right? Like at first.
Yeah.
He did because he touched his arm and he said,
full on says it's not all right, John. You know what I mean? So like now.
John is Candace's husband, right? The blonde?
No, John is the douchebag with the guitar.
Okay. You know how those two sing the song together in the end?
Yeah.
So they're kind of. So I don't remember his Keith or something.
Yeah, Keith is the older
Keith is
counselor,
Candace,
lead Candace's husband, but older. So this thing starts to peel apart. Wine is flowing. There's music going on.
Jesus drank.
Yes, he did.
He drank wine.
That's how he got all those steps in, all the mileage. Now Ricky, trying to get a hold of Pastor Bob, knocking on the door. Pastor Bob's jerking off. Ricky's stomach. Ricky's stomach is upset because I get this nerves in the stomach, right?
Yeah,
so
he's got to shit. He's got to shit his brains out.
What I want to ask anybody is this:
did we need to see him wiping his ass?
Yes.
Fucking A.
One, it was a lot.
That was gross.
But two, why was he locked into the bathroom?
Why wouldn't that fucking door open?
Yeah.
It was just your basic turn handle.
Do you know what I mean?
That made no sense.
My note is why is Ricky locked in the bathroom?
Why wouldn't that door open?
Right?
I don't get that. I guess it's for dramatic effect. I understand that, but it was weird.
So, but this allows him to have some extra time to reflect on what a shamble his life is.
And how sharp razor blades are.
And talking about foreshadowing, because that blue razor blade or that blue face shaving razor.
So you know what movies? You know what's popping into my head?
Let's say it at the same time. On the count of three.
So
wait, the movie that we talked about.
It's an episode of
of
Firefly.
Not.
Or maybe it was Serenity, where the Reavers are cutting their face.
Nah.
That's what I was picturing when because that looked just like that to me.
This scene, is an homage to the Boomer Tenenbaum scene on the Royal Tenenbaums.
No,
I think where
I didn't have that at all. I don't know that.
Luke Wilson shaves his head in the bathroom and then cuts his wrists.
Our Menzies got out of sync there.
Yeah, I mean, so it's very similar. Like Luke Wilson's character just in the bathroom decides to cut his wrists, and he survives it. So Ricky is in the bathroom, and he starts cutting his face.
Yeah, he's a Reaver.
He's not well. Grace, remember her? She's just sitting in a chair watching the TV.
And did you see what was on the TV and her look on her face? I want to give a shout out to whatever her name is. I'm sorry, but the actress that played Grace, the redhead.
Yeah.
There is a scene on the TV of balloons being let go, helium balloons flying and floating away. And she has the most subtle grin on her face of that representing freedom and escape, which is what she longs for so badly because she is so under the thumb of her mother.
Yeah.
And it was just beautiful subtext.
Yeah,
I mean, they didn't. I love it when they use subtext and not just fucking spelling it all out. And she played that beautifully.
In her wardrobe, that like sundress,
the yellow,
and she never gets to go in the
conservative.
pool.
But her doing the little feet in the pool later on, like was perfect because that's
that.
as far as she could go.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But for her, that was a big deal.
Well, you think the party's loosening up, alcohol is flowing, mom's got the party mix on, she's in the
music's
pool.
playing, mom comes out in her bathing suit and dives in, and we're all like, oh.
Exactly. And we're gonna bless the party with
and
John's stupid song
hit the
and
button
his
that
guitar.
goes, and then
Ricky,
all the music shuts off, and then Pastor Bob gave us permission to bless this party.
Oh yeah.
When they start saying, oh my God, it was like just when everybody's loose and having fun and having a good time.
Everybody wants that, you dipshit.
This is not. Yeah, we want to hear these two
Fuck
fuckers
your face
sing.
with that guitar. God damn it.
You.
And just after he said we're losing a whole generation. That's what that fucking kid said. We're losing a whole generation. Like he's on a mission. He thinks he's righteous in his stupid shit. And he said to a kind good friend of his, like, what you are, who you are is not okay.
Yeah, but Larry's going to sum it all up coming up here.
God damn.
In the end, Larry's
it's pretty great, isn't it?
And he's the other preacher, right? Larry's just going to, yeah.
He does seem to have his act a little bit together.
Yeah, so they're singing, right? Everybody's happy, and all of a sudden, here comes Ricky Stenicki flying out the fucking door. Revered up, face bleeding everywhere,
just
and
puts
Rose
a downer on the
Rose
party.
her mom just loses her shit.
Of course.
I don't know why he'd do that to himself.
Yeah.
Well,
Larry again,
and then Larry gives the moment. Yeah, what does he say?
I was gonna use that as the clip, but he said we're doing it all wrong, people.
Yeah,
you're gay. God made you gay.
Way.
It's fine.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. And again,
fuck it.
It's a wonder. You need that really crazy thing to shake everybody out of their thing. Look what we are doing to our fellow humans
and ourselves.
And
and self-mutilation because of all the all the repression.
Yeah. And like you said, that kind of the flagellation of the self and was on the nose. But when I first watched this movie, and I told her this as well, I told Elizabeth Laidaw this. I was like, that was a temperature change. That was like a hard left turn. And she's like, oh, I know. When Ricky starts to cut his face because
I know, Ryan.
He's just it's such an intense moment.
Right.
And it's the catalyst for
Does she live in Traverse City or is she in Chicago?
Every time you ask me this, I say I don't know. And now you put it on the air, so I can say I don't know officially on the air.
I only asked you once, and it was earlier when we were having coffee, and I forgot until just now.
Well, the first time that.
But I'm. What am I rated? Beer?
I'm embarrassed to say I don't know.
Beerrated.
I think she might still.
I
be
don't
in Chicago
think she lives
because,
here. You would remember if she was local.
Active, like she works a lot. So
yeah, if she was local, you would remember that. She's probably Chicago.
I like that. Well, I will say this in a question. What do you do? What do you do after Ricky cuts his face and shuts down your party?
You drive him to the hospital.
No, I should have specified. Well, you're Henry. You're the host. That's a bummer.
Okay, so the party's over. Everybody's leaving. Have a good night. Oh, I'll miss you. Blah blah blah.
See ya.
Candace and Keith, drive them with Rose in the back seat. Candace gives him a look in that back seat.
Yeah.
That was a moment. And it wasn't a look of empathy. It was a look of
it's fucking scary.
Yeah. It was a look of what the fuck is wrong with you kind of thing. Yeah. And then, so everybody's leaving, including Logan, who's about to go. And he's like, and Henry's like, wait, you want to sleep over? Cause I'd fuck you. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Yeah.
Was that a good?
I'm not going to yes and that at all.
No,
I'm not.
It wasn't. It sounded like Buffalo Bill, didn't it? Was
a beautiful moment in the movie, and no.
And I Buffalo Billed it.
They're young boys, young Greek boys playing leapfrog. Anyway, I'll bail you out by saying I think it's I like the way that the movie kind of begins and ends with a conversation.
We'll just say I'm not. Comedy is not my forte. I don't know. I like your Greek leapfrog
and the little touches. Her look to Keith in the car. Bob cleaning up blood in the sink. This is real fucking consequences. Yeah. Like everybody dodged Ricky all night, and he cut his fucking face off in your house.
Right.
You and you're set to wonder, what is the next day? And I'm guessing they all just go back to their same bullshit. But
yeah,
Kat is taking some time away. She's leaving. And she says, what makes me really sad is, well, we don't have to tell the church. So like, we'll just keep up appearing. And that's fucking bullshit. That sucks.
Well, before they're all in the living room. What I say, all of them. So it's Autumn and her boyfriend. She's sitting on her boyfriend's lap. You have Henry and Logan sitting side by side, and they got the TV on, right?
It's actually a nice little cool down.
Yeah,
moment.
and then mom and dad are like, we're going to bed. Is it Bob?
Yeah.
Bob's, we're going to bed. So he goes upstairs, and I've got in big bold letters, the 3 bedrooms. So Autumn, being the big sister, like realizes like, hey, Logan and Henry are kind of having a little thing here. So
I like that. Yeah.
Like, Aaron, you want to go upstairs? He's like, well, I can't stay long. She's like, you idiot.
Yeah,
we're going upstairs.
We forgot to mention she invited Aaron
so
back.
They go
and
upstairs. They got mom and dad in their bedroom, and those turn their bedroom. And then Henry's like, you want to go upstairs? So then we cut to the 3 bedrooms, and then it's the life-changing moments interconnecting between those 3 and the 3 bedrooms and what's happening in each one. And then you've said what happened where she told them she's leaving them. Or separating. She's going to stay with Amy for a little while. Well, she didn't say she was like leaving him.
He said, I've forgiven you because
he's like, that, right? Like that's the be all end all, and that fixes her life and her all the stuff she's feeling inside is like, I've forgiven you. No, it doesn't work that way.
She's out of his league and should be moving on. She's going to be just fine. Tell the church.
And
tell everybody.
And you told her so.
Move out of the state. Yeah, you can be an actress. Please live your life. Kat,
a Shakespearean actress.
Take a gamble.
Is that a dagger I see before me?
It's shocking it's taken so long to do a gamble pun, but we've done it. What I really like is that she says to Bob, you need to spend time with your boy. He needs your blessing.
He needs your blessing.
And the thing is,
I honestly didn't think he knew that his son was gay through the whole movie.
No,
but is that like a big reveal?
Yeah,
then?
I think it is. Like, and it's
because he doesn't really show it in his face.
You're gonna have a hard time. Like, and he needs you more than me.
Yeah.
Or else he's going to cut his motherfucking face out.
He's going to go the way of the Ricky.
Yes, but that's like real shit. And Dr. Bob should do the right thing and quit all that bullshit. Work for a nonprofit, do something real, and tell his son he's cool no matter what he loves and who he loves. The end. Henry,
and we don't know. Maybe he's not okay with it. We don't know. Mom obviously is.
Henry apologizing to his friend for not sticking up to him in high school broke my heart.
Yeah.
Because in my heroes in the movie, the red hair and the dark hair, earlier they're telling Logan,
Heather and Christine,
you can walk past down another hallway if you're getting bullied. And I feel like in Logan it's okay. This actor, again, hero in the movie because he's so understated and he's so. He embodies what that oppression looks like. And
they piled the shit on him.
He's just got to keep going no matter what, and it's okay.
Oh, hi, Logan. What an introduction. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
How to feel welcome. How not to feel welcome at a pool
party.
But
my favorite, is, and at least the last line is, Henry says, want a kiss. And
maybe it's okay.
Logan says, okay. Yeah.
And then we go.
Yeah.
Fade to black.
So Pat Healey has a lot of I think he's a Chicago guy too because Steppenwolf Theater, and he's still friends with a lot of the people that he met there, including Michael Shannon, Tracy Letts, Nick Offerman, and Chris Bauer. So
Michael Shannon,
some prestige came through that Chicago Steppenwolf Theater.
Shit, yeah.
And a shout out to my friend here in town, Dana Black, who has connections there too.
Nice. So it was the best feature in the Chicago International Film Festival. It was best feature nominee in the Cleveland International Film Festival. Narrative feature in the Sidewalk Film Fest. Filmed in Chicago, as you already stated. Lake Forest. Tell me about Lake Forest. That's a subdivision, maybe?
Suburb
Of Chicago? North, east, west, south?
North, I think.
Could be east because you'd be in like Michigan.
North. I think it's kind of northwestish, like where I grew up. And it's, it's
by where you grew up?
Maybe. I don't know. I forget. I've tried to put it behind me. That's one of those things where like a family probably had to give up their house. They probably... And knowing what I know from One Small Hitch, they probably charged him too much money, like 80 grand or like maybe
more.
I don't know.
But when you gave the whole thing for $500
I gave
for
an entire hotel
day.
away. I gave a whole hotel away.
I don't know, $500,
and we gave that $500 to charity. But
look at you.
The realness of that $500 wasn't gonna pay down our the debt on our hotel. So the idea that it had a real location, I think, had a lot to do with it. What that makes for logistics of filming, I don't know if it was easier or harder in this case, but it's a movie, again, that I wouldn't have found or wouldn't have been drawn to otherwise had I not been preparing for that other podcast. And Elizabeth
What is that other, what do you want to tell what she's in your interview with her? Yeah, people want to know.
The podcast is called The Pursuit Of.
And
I guess
her name is Elizabeth Laidaw. Yeah.
The title is the worst title to be found or searchable, but The Pursuit of Elizabeth Laidaw. And it's been a while since we did that, but it wasn't about at all movies. You know what I mean?
No, but somebody may want to listen to that after hearing this.
But I recommend you listening to it because she is just lovely, and it was a gift to be able to spend time like really with her.
Yeah,
and to have been indulged in movie questions.
I feel so unimportant because she was the same distance from you that I am right now.
Yeah.
And I don't get that. I'm not getting that kind of vibe from you.
At the time was better than yours. She is a beautiful human being. I will say that. Full disclosure.
I don't feel
my heart was racing.
Now.
My heart was racing.
I've never made your heart race.
We are going to end as we do with reviews. And there were some consistencies in the reviews. Again, a lot of not a lot of bad reviews. I don't know if this movie has been widely discovered, but I really hope people watch it. And so, can I go back to something that you said?
Yeah.
You said you didn't like it the first time. So what was the like you had to dig back in because you wanted to, but what was
for the show really? Because
what was the I didn't like it? Was it a pace thing? Was it?
It was just I didn't see the script. I didn't see all the subtext the first time through. I don't know. Maybe it was my state of mind, but I just remember like this is just fucking. Bunch of people around the pool and pretty damn boring.
Okay, very close to a lot of the negative reviews for that. But how often do you give a movie a second chance when you're not doing it for the show? You always do?
Well, when I'm not doing it for the show, I don't. Like if I didn't like it, I move on. So this is a life lesson for me.
Well, I mean, maybe not for you, but it's a really good point. To take me specifically, I'm trying to learn to take chances on other movies. You show me that all the time. And that's why when you look at a lot of the movies on this show, and I say it a lot on this show, you brought me, thank you for bringing something that I wouldn't see normally. And I need to be better about actively doing it outside of the show. But this is a movie that I legit am so happy that I watched because her performance and Pat Healey, again, everybody's great, but Elizabeth Laidaw in this is just beyond words. She is so good in it. And it's really cool to have been able to meet her and I don't think I buttered her bread over the movie like I'm doing right now. But so reviews, I'll start with a bad one. 1 out of 10.
Oh, you bastard.
Entitled That Was It. One of those movies that takes over an hour for something to happen, and when it finally does happen, you wish it didn't. Also, a touch of self-justified Christian intolerance. Quote, you can't choose your race like people who choose to be gay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that line.
Yeah.
Candace said that.
Yeah. The intolerance should be kept to Sunday church, not our movie screens. Yuck.
Well, all I can say is like you need to give it a second go. Like you got to be interested in seeing the writing, seeing the script behind it, because, like I said, my first time through, I was flat on it. You're
very kind to have said that. And again, most beautiful island, Goes back to
you
season
were flat on that one
3,
at first.
you know what I mean? And there's been a few. So like, but there's been more that I just wouldn't have chosen, maybe based on the description.
Yeah.
So like, what is it that's going to compel me more? You know, is it diving down a rabbit hole with an actor or an actress, or just being in the habit of just literally taking a gamble on something? Because it's, in my opinion, worth an hour and 20 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
Man, even if it's a bummer of that use of time.
Well, if you look at movie as art, which I do, it's a piece of art, and you're just, I mean, it takes time to absorb art. Like if you stood and stared at a Pollock for an hour and a half, you're going to get something out of it that you wouldn't have just walking by, saying, doing the Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Look, Grand Canyon, and then moving on.
Yeah. And honoring the people and the time it took to make it happen.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
Like you've said many times on the
We
show,
celebrate.
You do it.
Independent
Let me see
film.
your script, cockface.
Yeah.
Motherfucking cockface butthole.
What have you written, bitch?
Yeah. Anyway, he doesn't swear like that. He's hashtag not a creep.
Thank you,
there
Ryan.
are plenty of well-deserved positive reviews as well. So here's
All
10
right,
out of
let's
10.
hear one.
10 out of 10, titled Brilliant. Low-key yet intense depiction of everyday life dramas. Shit. I
That's
screwed it
it?
up. Yeah.
That's the whole thing?
I'm going to do it again.
Do it again. Slower.
Low-key yet intense depiction of everyday life's dramas.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was really sexual.
It's great. Again, I'm glad that you still have trust in me to throw a movie out like this that has an interesting name. Like if we go by Henry Gamble's Birthday Party, people looking at our podcast may be like, what the heck kind of movie is that? For you, knowing that I'm kind of a weirdo, I could have sent you something really wild. So,
and I didn't know that you had interviewed her.
I thought I told you about that.
No,
sorry.
Well, you may have, but I didn't realize. I mean, it was after I had watched it. I'm like, no fucking way. That's gonna be great for the show.
It was a long while ago, but again, and I'm gonna dust off my notes from that.
Yeah.
Because again, we were not talking, and I forget what she was doing because. That podcast is talking to people who just do good in our community. So I think it had something to do with Indigenous people because she is Indigenous, or it maybe
she's Native American.
Had to do with our community. But again, off mic, I got to ask her a couple of questions.
Yeah, well, the throwing up thing
meant the world to me that I got to do that.
That you picked up on that. That made my day.
And she made me feel. I remember she made me feel good enough to ask that question happily. Those questions happily.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Awesome.
But Todd, I really hope that you felt in tune with this movie, although it didn't totally harmonize with you the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I would recommend everybody take time in their day to tune their instrument.
I think they should. But you know what, Todd?
Yes, Ryan.
We'll always have
Monty Doro.
You'll love it. It's just a little independent.
You love it. It's just as little independent. You know what I mean? You're about to say.
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
We're 10. Yeah, we're 2 or 2. We're we know love it. It's just as little independent. It's just
Like I'm introducing a movie to you.
Like you're about to.